Fate Splitter is a 3-mana 3/3 with a death rattle that says get a copy of whatever card killed this. So I guess you can like play it on turn 3, and then when the opponent plays Drain Soul Sick, you got a nice 2-mana removal spell. But that seems pretty underwhelming, and I didn't really know what to do with this card. But today I saw a Reddit thread talking about From the Other Side, a 10-mana Shaman spell that summons a copy of every minion in your hand. They all attack random enemy minions and then die. And it turns out, even if those minions would die in the combat, they still count as being killed by From the Other Side. So From the Other Side will summon Fate Splitter, which then dies and gives us another copy of From the Other Side. So basically, we can go infinite, play this 10-mana spell every single turn, clear the opponent's board every turn, and we can even heal up with some big lifesteals like Sire Denathrius. And we don't even lose in fatigue, because we can get infinite copies of Rivendare, which shuffles the other 3 horses into the deck, and then if we happen to kill off all those horses, we just instantly win the game. The deck is definitely vulnerable to early aggression and combos, but if we get to the super late game, we basically win every single time. I'm happy to try scamming with Jazz Base. Love fishes. Totem. Pretty mediocre hit. Basically anything at the top half of the deck list was better. Alright, 5 mana summon some garbage. I also have 5 mana summon some garbage, but it's not as garbage. Maybe I could have chill vibed this thing. Well, let's draw some cards from the other side. I don't really have any minions for it, but from the other side itself is quite good. The weapon gives me a 4-mana discount. I don't think I'm too scared of ETC. Prescience is absolutely excellent here. So good. So if I hit with this next turn, this costs 6 mana. I have 2 left over. Maybe I should go Totem and get the finale on the chill vibes. I guess I will punch this just to be sure everything works. Do I really even need to play this chill vibes? Nah. I also don't love making totems because it blocks from the other side a bit. And it gives them armor, maybe. Three armor off that. Flesh Behemoth is excellent. So I do overload one here, but I can just break the weapon to be able to cast from the other side, so it should be fine. Okay, we hate to see that. This gives me 2 mana, so no way I can play Lightning Storm. Nice taunt. No way, I'm gonna take 26 damage through a taunt, right? I got an 8 mana card off that. Oh, we love this guy. Okay, with this guy, I probably don't play chill vibes. I just take the overdraw. That's not good, but it's hard for them to heal to gain 26 armor here. That is armor. Well, this copy of From the Other Side is not guaranteed to hit Fate Splitter, I don't think. Maybe it's in order. It does seem like it goes in order every time, which is pretty good, actually. Still haven't hit Lifesteal Horse, have I? It's a lot of damage, but it's also a lot of mana. Denathrius is getting pretty big, killing all these minions every turn. It's so sick that Denathrius is the first to attack every time. And we love the Blight Blood Berserker. Oh, that's exactly who we wanted to win. Beautiful. They just can't handle it every single turn. Prescience is insane. Golganath. Actually, Golganath deal 20 might be pretty good in this matchup. I don't know. I guess I'll hold on to it. It's kind of hard to draw with Golganath sometimes, which I feel makes it worse as an auto mulligan keep, which it often is. The last Warlock I played against was an absolute pile of nonsense, but then they played Rafam, and I didn't have a clean answer to it, so I just lost because 6 mana cards that make a giant board are really cool. I probably don't swing with this, actually, because the 2/3s do pretty well into it. Since I'm not swinging, I shouldn't have played it, but sometimes you just have to take this small loss when you find the right line. If I schooling up to 8, I drop to 9, prescience up to 10. Should be fine since I have a curse. Still no 10 mana spell or 3 mana minion. And I am going to overdraw to a curse here. That's a fine overdraw, though. Oh. What are you? 2 less? So if they deal with Golganeth, I will not be able to play from the other side. Not great for them, since they can't draw overload cards. Oh right, this card is just discounted on its own. So with Jazz Base, I can actually play it for 5, but I would like to try to find Fate Splitter. I just have no draw though, which is kind of a bummer. But I play a ton of draw in my deck. I have another Prescience, which is super likely to hit Fate Splitter. It'll be a 50-50. 2 Ancestral Knowledge, and I can just draw the Fate Splitter straight up as well, of course. That's not what we're looking for. I do kind of like having Blightblood Berserkers in my From the Other Side. Maybe I simply pass the turn. That's infinite value, but honestly, my infinite value combo absolutely puts that to shame, if I can find it. Okay, Ancestral Knowledge is great for potentially finding it. I probably don't even want to make totems, to be honest. Probably going to be forced to play my big spell here. So if I don't draw the Fate Splitter, this is going to be a bummer. I can definitely get away with playing a Prescience instead, but I don't know if I would be willing to Ancestral Knowledge. Oh, beautiful, beautiful draw. Okay, we are in business. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minions in hand, so that's fine. Flesh Behemoth does draw, but I have hand space for it, so it's fine. This is not guaranteed to clear. Honestly, kind of a garbage clear, to be honest. I don't really care about keeping 10 cards to avoid getting cursed. My focus is definitely on this Sargeras at the moment. They can Nether here, which poofs my Rivendare, but I have another Rivendare, so it's fine. Trying to Rivendare me back, huh? I feel like they probably should have just poofed with Sargeras here, right? Well, Flesh Behemoth does pull before Fate Splitter, so I need to burn a card if I want to guarantee I get from the other side back, and I do want to guarantee that. So I'll burn Zap, which does overload me for next turn, but I have Jazz Base, so it should be fine. Opponent's kind of getting from the other sided. Denathrius does 18. Pretty easy to get it up to 19. Might just be a Denathrius lethal next turn.
Pick me, pick me.
Looking pretty Sire Denathriusable over there.
I do say, I seem to have lost the surface.
Okay, the opponent is at... They're definitely out of Denathrius range. Are they definitely? I think they're at 24. Oh wait, I can't even play Denathrius because weapon discount doesn't work for him. This gives me 5 mana. Alright, the opponent is at 1. This horse might be lethal. I have all 3 in hand. I don't know if they all came off Flesh Behemoths. Well, I guess these 2 would have died too from the other side last turn, right? Maybe. I don't know. Am I dead? That would suck. Okay, somehow neither of us died there. Oh man, I haven't lethaled someone with Sire Denathrius in I don't even know how long. 6 months, maybe? Got ourselves a Death Knight. I'm mostly seeing Blood Death Knight, so we probably just full mull for the combo, right? From the other side, Jazz Bass, Prescience. I think those are the three I would keep. And it does appear to be a control blood deck. As long as they don't patchwork Rivendare and Fate Splitter, I think I do okay.
The loss will be mourned, and
Sure. Give me a nice high roll. Command of Neptulon's pretty good next turn. And then maybe I could... It is a bit awkward, actually. But I think into this board I probably play it. ETC is scary. It could be, Healing Totem is definitely the better totem here. It could be like a Theatar or a Dirty Rat type card out of ETC. I don't think too much else is very scary, but Theatar is quite likely. If I play this here, I cannot play Golganath next turn. Golganath will not be able to draw. I don't know if Golganath is ever going to draw with this hand, though. Maybe I just Golganath for AoE next turn.
the citadel stands strong.
It's looking pretty good for that purpose. Although I don't really want to incentivize them to play Patchwork. But it is really good. They don't always have Patchwork. And, I actually can draw 3 here. Because I can play both of these spells, and this is pretty likely to draw Zap, which I could just burn here. But I've kind of just already got everything I need, so let's just not worry about it. But yeah, even if they Patchwork here, it's not possible for it to hit both of these cards. And I think I can win with only one of them. If that had lived, I could have played from the other side. But I for sure was not counting on it. Okay, another from the other side, which is good against Theatar. Just playing cards. That's fine. Can run a Command of Neptulon into that. I did just kind of snap play this Command of Neptulon, but maybe it was good to dump Flesh Behemoth next turn so that Fate Splitter is always guaranteeing from the other side. I guess it probably doesn't really matter much. Don't really care about anything the Primus can do. The Primus is still going to Dymus. I do have 10 cards in hand here, but I don't need to get back the first from the other side. Wait, the Primus didn't die. Should Primus get double zapped here? Double zap is a lot. I'll just eat the overdraw. That can be bad if they patchwork my Rivendare and one of my horses. Okay. They did not hit Fate Splitter, which is good. They also opened up a lot of hand space for me, which was quite foolish of them.
My pain doesn't compare to your plague.
Me have that for you.
The second from the other side actually just hits both of my horsemen, right? So the game is over? Oh, it's not guaranteed to hit both horses because the Rivendare does shuffle. But it did hit. Wow, I didn't even come close to clearing my opponent's board. What the heck? Okay, they went for Snake off that to deal with a Horn, I guess. Get Rivendared.